Welcome back to Snetterton for this Caterham Motorsport weekend. We're going to have a look at the other category shortly. First, though, let's just catch up on what happened over the weekend in the Avon Tyres Caterham Roadsport Championship. They got two 20-minute races, and coming to Snetterton, the championship being led by Russ Ollivant from Daniel Quintero, Rui Ferreira, who was one of the Academy champions last year, third ahead of Alex Jordan, with David Bevan and Will Lloyd equal fifth. And the man on pole position for the opening race was Guy Hawkins. He had Rob Watts lining up alongside him. Daniel Quintero on the second row, alongside the white car of Alan Cooper. Bit of creeping from Quintero, but as the lights went out, it was a good start being made by Cooper from fourth on the grid to try to go around the outside on the run down towards Riches. Guy Hawkins converted pole into the race lead. However, others didn't last very long, because going through turn one, there was all sorts of mayhem. Sarah Porter was involved, Paul Tovey was involved, Andy Larholt was involved, Greg Hyatt was involved, Paul Porter was involved, John Curry was in the barriers. Quintero was the next one in strife, across the grass, through the markers, and somehow managed to avoid wiping out half of the field. He tangled with Russ Ollivant, but worse was to come for the likes of Andy Perry, the reigning Academy champion, and Lee Collins. Two more wrecked cars, and then Quintero, passing Alex Jordan, made contact, and they both ended up cannoning into Rui Ferreira. With cars largely all over Norfolk, there wasn't much you could do except bring out the safety car. On the restart, it was Guy Hawkins who led the way. Rob Watts, his fellow front row starter, right on his tail. They worked their way down towards Riches, with the effort being made by Watts round the outside. It put him into the race lead, but only just. There was more drama as Alan Cooper spun himself out of third place and luckily failed to involve anybody else, although there was a big scare for Will Lloyd. With cars with bodywork flapping and others certainly in the wars, in the end, the lead gap extended, and Guy Hawkins it was who came through to score a win by just over a second and a half from Rob Watts, with Russ Ollivant finishing in third place. Behind the podium finishers, Simon Sharrock got fourth ahead of David Bevan, Chris Obery sixth after his spin, Alan Cooper seventh, and Douglas Thane in eighth place.
I'm not sure what was going on. I think somewhere around there I just saw a load of stuff in the mirrors going on. I'm not quite sure what it was, but safety car came out with a fair few laps on the safety car, and then me and Rob seemed to get away from a few of the others. I think me, Rob and Russ, and then yeah, I managed to pull away from Rob for the last few laps, so yeah, happy days.
So Guy Hawkins celebrating one win of the weekend. He tried to do the double. That was the next target. He would line up on pole position for the second race of the weekend, another 20-minute affair, hopefully this time without any interruptions. It was Hawkins and Watts once again on the front row of the grid. The second row, Russ Ollivant and Simon Sharrock. As the lights went out, the best start came from Hawkins, who led the way down towards turn one. Daniel Quintero up from the back of the grid. He had a lot of work to do, starting 20th. At the checkered flag, it was a virtual dead heat, though, between Hawkins and Ollivant, the gap being just 46 thousandths of a second. But importantly, for Guy Hawkins, 2 races and 2 wins, and that means he's now up to 6th in the championship. He's still got work to do to overhaul Russ Ollivant, who is the leader, Daniel Quintero second, and third, Rui Ferreira.